It's Week 6 of the National Football League. We'll see Baker Mayfield. There were no problems for him last week, going over 350 passing yards. It's the Jags and the Colts, and it's all up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And at one point, he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. In a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there's always room to add to that legacy.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Again, it's Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now in his 6th season, Kamara just continues to be one of the best dual-purpose backs in football. He's never missed a Pro Bowl, and he has the most total yards in the NFL since entering the league in 2017. He actually played in his fewest games in a season last year and still had over 1,300 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Brady. And he's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Kamara is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 ending. A 10-play drive that time. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They go play action. Mayfield. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now a play fake. Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara, dancing away at the 35. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Brady to throw.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On play action, now Brady. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Julio Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays,
and it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Foyesade American.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Brady over the middle, complete. That's Jones.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Julio Jones' year in Tennessee never really got going as he continued to battle injuries that followed him over from Atlanta. He believes he still has a couple of big seasons left in his career, and one more of those could see him climb into the top 10 or even the top 5 all-time in receiving yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Brady. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Brady going to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Brady now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Baker Mayfield going to lead his offense back out there. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. He'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield completes it to Davis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me about broadcasting games, about what we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it is 28-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Flushed out right.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Mixon with a first. And he coughed it up.
And he'll get a couple up to the 39. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
Mixon up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield. Forced out to his left.
And this one too low.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Over the middle to Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. To Mixon on the check down. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. 2nd down and goal. Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Mixon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And this offense on third down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Brady. On the left side, he finds Beasley.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
On 2nd and 9, Brady drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. And Beasley with it over the middle.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. To throw is Brady.
Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he finds Beasley complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's That's what he did.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
2nd and 16. Now Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Throwing now is Brady.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From the 6. Well, now how about this return?
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to get the first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And this one caught by Beasley.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Again, it's Brady. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Looking here for Smith downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield.
This goes out wide from Nixon.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Mayfield. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
A 15-year career that's been aging like fine wine. Calais Campbell is one of the most respected players in the game. If he can get 6.5 sacks this season, that means he'll have 100 for his career.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that dropped stops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady.
Got a man downfield. It's Beasley.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Brady going to throw.
He'll go right back to Beasley.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady.
That complete over the middle. He's got Manhurts, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now Brady again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That's still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, and it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Brady.
A slant to Jones. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Brady to throw again.
Finding Ertz again. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Now a play fake, Brady. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing again on second down, Brady. Man open, here's Jones. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Colts have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will be taken at the 13. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When they start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brady now to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
On 2nd and 2, Brady. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. On play action, it's Brady. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be fourth down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's going wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. This complete to Lockett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
4 yards remain for second down.
To throw, Mayfield. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
The Jaguars on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is third down and 12. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
Well, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Defense.
to be a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10. Mayfield throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And now here's another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 29, Mayfield. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. It's caught, Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And again, it's Mayfield.
Davis, nice grab. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Mayfield on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Prater for the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now
as he's on to punt for Indianapolis.
Now it's Lockett.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And now out come the Jags. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Colts, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.